There is so much uncertainty in the world right now. It's pretty scary. I mean, we are in a pandemic. The world's burning down. The elections are coming up. Ellen might be a secret meanie. And it's just all too much to handle. I mean, how do you keep from going insane in a situation like this, right? So today, I'm gonna drop a few truth bombs for you that might help you actually manage the anxiety around uncertainty. It's definitely worked for me, and I hope it works for you. So I want to share with you my pandemic story. Okay, for those of you who don't know, I came from extreme poverty. I grew up with a single grandmother in government housing in San Francisco, where every month we would receive these boxes of government food. It was the cruelest joke though, because Asians are like 70% lactose intolerant, and yet every week they would give us these like blocks of government cheese. It like almost felt like a passive aggressive joke. It's like, oh, you can't afford food? Sorry. Here is 7 pounds of stuff you can't eat and 1 roll of toilet paper because you're gonna need it for the runs. I'd like wait for the cheese to go stale and carve like an arts project. Look, Ma, I made a paperweight. Anyway, because I was traumatized with poverty, I promised myself I would never, ever, ever be that poor again. I have PTSD around it. So, I spent a lot of time running away from it. So, flash forward to March 13th of 2020, I have 4 income streams, okay? I wanted to make sure that my ass would be covered no matter what happens. So I have 4 different jobs. I organize people to make bubbles at children's parties, literally, like bubbles at princess parties. Like, the soap bubbles. It's really great job for me because I'm very bubbly. Another one that I used is political consulting. Oh my God. This year was election season. And what I do is I organize all those people standing in front of, grocery stores or colleges or whatever to collect signatures for causes so we can get them on the ballot so you have a chance to vote. Yay, democracy. I also do stand-up comedy. I had 40 gigs lined up moving forward, and I do acting. I studied Shakespeare so I could, sell Diet Coke. To be or not to be, that is the question. Ooh, aspartame. I really thought March 13th, I was like, 4 income streams, no problem. If one of them were to fail, I still have 3. No worries. Ha 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 ha. The joke was on me after all. I didn't take into account that all 4 of my income streams involved face-to-face interaction with people. All my comedy shows canceled, political consulting put on pause. They owe me like, I don't know, $5,000 or something. And they said, I'm sorry, we never completed our project, so we can't pay you. So I got screwed there. Bubble business, forget it. Children's parties, oh my God, and acting, everything's on pause, production. And so what am I supposed to do? I was in a real panic, you guys. Not only that, I was kind of sort of seeing this guy from Canada that I was really excited about. But the border is closed, which means no Mounties to mount me, right? So March 13th, 4 jobs, dating a Canadian. To March 14th, 4 jobs, gone. No Canadian Mountie. What do I do? It is now September something, okay? I don't even know what day it is. We've been isolated for so long. Listen, it's like we don't know when this is gonna end. There is no end in sight. We don't know when the quarantine thing's gonna end. They say they're developing a vaccine, but we don't know what that means. I don't know if children's parties are ever going to make a return. Will live comedy ever make a return? Is Ellen really a meanie? These are questions that we don't have the answers to at this time, and that can be very frustrating from the perspective of somebody who doesn't know. There's so many unknowns, and it can be quite scary. Especially when you're isolated. Look, I live alone. Me and my thoughts and CNN, if I leave it on, right? After about, a month or so of deep suffering after, March 14th started and I was isolated, I came to a conclusion that really saved my ass. I realized I will never know the answers to the question I'm asking. Will I be okay? When will this be over? How will this turn out? I will never know the answer to this, okay, until the time comes for me to learn it. No matter how much I think about it, there's no answer, okay? Also, if I look back, I have never known the answers, and things have not turned out the way that I had expected. Like, hardly ever, really. If I look back on my past, like, I really didn't know how things were gonna turn out. I really did not. Good or bad. I ended up here right now by a series of events that were kind of out of my control. Things just kind of happened. For example, the book happened because a friend and mentor of mine suggested me to a book coach and just wanted me to talk to her, and she liked me, so she helped me write this book. I had no intention of writing a book. I got a C- in English. Let's be honest, I got a D. I got a D in English, and in high school, there's no way I thought I was gonna ever be an author. I didn't know this was gonna happen. It just kind of happened. When I found the bubble job for the company that I was with for, 10 plus years now, and the guy that I work with, he's become a friend of mine, and, I didn't know. I just lost my third waiting table job in a row because I'm big and bulky and I bump into things. So here I thought I was never gonna find a way out, and this job just presented itself to me. Meeting Michael also, I didn't know that was gonna happen. I was just on a site to get some nookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on a website. I can't say the name of the website because I think it might be illegal to actually say the name of the website, but it's basically like walking around in like a Roman gay bathhouse, the digital version. And who knew you would find the love of your life from that? So looking back historically, I failed really at predicting the positive life events that have really shaped who I am. All of them, like pretty much, right? I couldn't predict them. Also, I couldn't predict the negative things that happened either, like this pandemic, or the fire, or my boyfriend passing away, or my getting HIV, or whatever. Like, all of those things were things that I could not have anticipated from before what had happened. You get what I'm saying? So, if this is all true, and we can't really predict how life is going to go, then we may as well stop putting our energy into trying to figure it out. True, right? Why wrestle with things that you can't get the answer to? Okay? And maybe your life was more predictable than mine. Maybe you graduated from college. Very, very, very few people actually have a life like this. I graduated from college and then I joined the law firm and I became a lawyer. And then, like a very straightforward, linear, that is very, very rare. You don't know when the people who are going to impact your life, you're going to meet them. You don't know how things are going to turn to impact you. You have no idea. Most of us are on this winding road and we don't know where it's going to go. So essentially, if we just accept that and embrace that, then we don't need to put any more attention into trying to figure out the future, because it's impossible and it's failed us in the past anyway. Even psychics are wrong sometimes, okay? Like a friend of mine, this one psychic told her, and he was right about some other things about her past, but he was like, oh, in the future, you're gonna marry a short Greek guy. She ended up marrying a half Asian dude who was 6'4", which is winning the gene pool lottery, right? He's beautiful, she's beautiful, they eat organic, they have pretty babies. But, I'm just saying, there's a big margin of error here for predicting the future. So what I'm saying is, what brought me a hell of a lot of peace in my life is just accepting, I don't know. Okay? I think I could have it figured out with 4 income streams. I don't know. The pandemic took it all away. I don't know. I thought I was going to be with the love of my life for the rest of my life. I don't know. He died. He got cancer. I don't know. I thought I was going to be broke forever. I don't know. The bubble thing just kind of happened. You don't know. You don't know. So let's just stop kidding ourselves and stop worrying about it. We don't know. We don't know. Just accept it. You don't know what you don't know. I don't know what I don't know. But it's so not helpful to just say, well, stop worrying about it, because no one can do that. But actually, it's something good to think about here. Ask yourself this question instead. You want to ask yourself, is the thing that I'm worried about, how much control do I have over this particular thing that I'm worried about? And what are things that I can affect change to right now from where I stand currently? So if you really truly do not have any control over it, let's just be honest, the election, a pandemic, the fire, sure, do what you can. Donate money, make sure you take a stand if you want to, whatever. But beyond that, are you really in control of the outcome? Okay? Proportional to how much time you're putting into it, are you really affecting the outcome of this? If you worry more about the pandemic, will that affect the outcome? If you worry more about the fires, will that affect the outcome? Is there anything that you can do about it, or are you just anxious about it without being able to do anything? And some of you might be saying, oh, Aidan, what if it never ends? You're right, it might never end. It might never end. I have no answer for you, and neither does anybody else. This might never end. We might be in quarantine forever, and you know what? We don't know. So if you accept that you don't know, it gives you a freedom, because now it frees you up to think about things that you can control in your life. How freeing is that? If we just accept we can't control that, there's no use worrying about it, great! Now we can worry about things that make us happy, right? If we focus on affecting change in our immediate environment, right? What if we meditate? What if we focus on things that make us happy? What if we cultivate a culture of positivity around us, What if we cook foods that make us happy and strong, and we exercise and we make ourselves feel good despite what all these things are happening? What if we focus on that? What if we focus on feeling good and cultivating that around ourselves, right? And some of you guys might be like, well, what is that gonna do? It's gonna do a lot. Just ask your sons, your daughters, your wife, your mother, whoever you live with. If you're in a good mood and you feel empowered and strong, see how that changes the people around you. It makes a huge difference. And so I feel like it's time to put our energy to what we can actually control, which is our mood, and looking within and actually trying to figure out how to be happy without needing the world to change, because it's not going to change if you worry about it more. This is how you can affect change right now. You're looking at this on the internet. You can actually go on Facebook and send a message to a friend you haven't spoken to and check up on them. That would create some kind of positivity for them. You have fresh food in your refrigerator maybe. Cook something delicious and bring it to a neighbor, or say a kind word to a friend or an enemy or whatever. You can affect positivity with what you have available to you in a way that you can actually impact somebody. Do you see what I'm saying? But focusing on something that you can't control isn't gonna get you there, right? And you wanna know something else? Yeah, it's good to be aware. So you know what you can do? You can go on the internet today and literally get all the news that happened in the last 24 hours in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. If something big happens, there will be a big announcement and everybody will be calling you. If the world starts melting down, someone will call you and let you know you're not gonna be out of the loop, right? So just go on Yahoo News and go give yourself 3 minutes to look at what's going on, and then beyond that, let it go. Congratulations, now you have 23 hours and 57 minutes to do something that will actually make a difference. Here's the reality of the situation. The world could blow up tomorrow. The world could absolutely blow up tomorrow. Everybody could be dead tomorrow, okay? And here you are today. So from the perspective of tomorrow's having become smithereens, it's your choice. Will you have spent today cultivating positivity? Will you have spent today being grateful for what you have and feeling good about the life that you lead and being appreciative of those around you? Or will you have spent today worrying about tomorrow? Does it matter? The end result's the same. We're all gonna be blown up, right? If we all get blown up, the only difference is how did you spend today? That's all. That's all you got. So really, do you wanna be happy along the way, or do you want to suffer along the way? And that is the choice that you have to make. You have a choice to opt out of suffering, people. That's all I'm saying. So anyway, I hope you have a great week. Check out my blog post on reticular activating system and emotional momentum, because there's parts of your brain that'll just continue to perpetuate whatever you decide that you want to feed it, you know? And I'm rooting for everybody. I'm rooting for everybody to be happier, and because we deserve to be happier. We don't deserve to be suffering like this. So many of us. We don't have to, you know? So thank you so much. See you next time.